right, how's everybody doing? Welcome to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. So, I'm not going to be on here long, but I just want to go over a couple of matters right quick, right? Like I said, I'm in the top slot, man. You know what I mean? I'm in the number one spot, always have been, always will be. I'm always going to be the best on top calisthenics competitor in the world. You understand? And this is all solidified and all proven, right? Everything I ever said, I proved before I ever spoke. Understand that. So, like I said, I keep on winning, man. I think I'm at what 376 world records. I'm barely getting started. I'm barely beginning, and I'm at 376 world records. Right? Y'all know what we about. Y'all know what we do over here. Like I said, everything is martial arts, right? And like I said, I'm the real Batman. So what's up? What do y'all mean? I do this for a living. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like my career has to be respected because of what it entails. What do y'all mean? You know what I mean? This is for the whole internet. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing needs to be explained. Folks know what it is, you know what I'm saying? And like I got everybody in their feelings and feeling some way over it and me just being myself. And I just think that's funny. I do. I think it's hilarious because I'm proud of everything about me. I'm proud of the man that I've become. Like I love myself. I love exactly who I am. I wouldn't change a thing. You feel me? And everybody should feel that way, especially at this point. And if you don't, something's wrong. So, like I said, we're gonna keep on getting our money. We're gonna keep on doing our thing. We're gonna keep on being the best, and we're gonna keep on, I mean, it is what it is. There was never any competition. Who's competing? Who? Anybody. Like I said, y'all could pay me $100 if you want to be a part of my league and you want to compete. Bar for bar fitness, like I said, and above the bar. That's going to be the new theme. Above the bar. Everything is above the bar. Above the bar training. Everything is above the bar because we train above the bar. That's why we superior and elite always. What you mean? You understand? Like I said, in a normal world, folks would be doing business with me. In a normal world, folks would be doing calisthenics and training with me and paying my little fee, which is $50 for a half an hour and $100 for an hour. It ain't even complicated. It don't even require talking. You understand? Like I said, I'm waiting. Let me know when the population want to, quit eating McDonald's and actually work out. Y'all let me know. You come holler at me because I mean this is crazy, son. I mean I've been doing this for a minute, man. I've been doing this training going on almost 3 years. As long as I've been Batman, I'm going on my 3 year anniversary come March, April, May time, and it's just incredible to me. Personally, to be quite honest, it's absolutely incredible. It is incredible to me that folks want to play games. It is incredible to me what people do online. It is incredible to me how people act and the way that they behave and the things that y'all say, especially when it's online, meaning it's not real, because a conversation in person is way different than a conversation on the internet. You understand? We should have creators supported. We should have our people supported. This all stems down to the company. It all stems down to corporate America. It all stems down to the fact that y'all you have a lack of know-how and you don't seem to know what you're doing. And it's crazy, son. It's crazy. And it's crazy because it's costing me money that I could be making. You see, I'm a businessman, a ruthless businessman at that, and I'm a gangster. You understand? This is crazy, son. Okay? This is my business. This is my platform, and I run this network. You understand? I know how to run all these companies better than these folks. I'm going to say it again. What is the excuse of why I can't just get paid a normal wage? What is the excuse of why the public can't support me, but then everybody want to talk to me and act like they a fan? That stuff is crazy, son. You understand? You ain't fans. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? The people who are fans, they donate and contribute money. Y'all all work. You got a 9 to 5. Y'all have had every opportunity handed to you. And it's crazy to me, son, because the whole game has been completely unfair. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to speak and I'm going to say how I feel. I don't care who feels what way about it. Actually, You understand? This should be a fair playing field for everyone. We should all be able to speak. We should all have a voice, right? The people who earned it. You got to earn a voice. You understand? Just like respect is earned, never given. I earned my keep. I paid my dues in the street. I got more stripes than a zebra, homie. You understand? So like I said, that's the difference. People be talking, but anyone in the world who talking ain't talking what I'm talking, because I'm talking facts. You understand the difference? That's what I'm saying. Now these folks know what it is, right? Now you know, and now you can quit approaching me with that nonsense and your fake stories and y'all little fake businesses that ain't gonna make it nowhere, because that's the reality. You didn't make it, not a single one of you made it, and we've never had anybody from the valley who ever made it. That's the actual truth. What? That's my deal. I can't be around folks because folks start lying. They start making up figments of their imagination and want to tell tall tales and fairy tales. You understand? This is reality. What you all do is you try to make yourself feel comfortable. Okay? And it's funny to me. It's hilarious. There is no point where I'm going to support anybody's delusion. You understand? People talking about they made it, but you ain't putting $20,000 on the table. You want to put meaningless stuff on the table. Literally, like what is that? You made it. Who made it? Who? Who out of any of y'all ever made it? I made it 8 million times. What do you mean make it? You think make it is doing things off the strength of other people? When 50 Cent came up in the rap game, right? Do you know what 50 Cent said? 50 Cent said the same thing I'm saying, that folks was moving off the strength of other people around them. That's looked down upon in the street. Just like having a whole bunch of money ain't really a good thing in the street. I know street rules. I know street code. I am the streets. I told you we were going to have everybody follow G code. Are we not? Told y'all I was going to run everything and I'm the boss. Are we not? I do what I want to do now. Whatever I want to do. And I get what I want. You understand? It's in the reading right there, divine confirmation right on your community wall. It says it right there. What does it say? What does it say? It says they envy your increase. Of course you do. It says they envy your increase because they couldn't pass the test. You know, of course not. Y'all made bad decisions, like all these so-called women. Again, you all, the so-called women, want to walk around every day and glorify that they're a so-called woman. Why would you glorify going the wrong direction and doing everything incorrectly? I'm going to keep on stating reality until people get over themselves and understand that you're doing everything wrong. There's nothing over there to glorify. And that's why they can say what they want, but none of you so-called women are rich, and none of you ever will be. You sell your soul a lot, just like all the culture and all the other groups. All y'all do is sell your soul. That's not glorified. Your society wants to glorify going the wrong direction because, well, that's Satan. You listening to him is your decision. You understand? You want to know what just happened recently? I'm going to really go in real quick. You want to know what just happened? And I mean, I went in. You know, I let folks know what it is for real. That's what folks don't get. Like, you got me misconstrued, homie. You understand? People was really talking and thought they was gonna, you know, come over and try to, you know how they do. They try to, you know, it's like a, you know what I'm saying, man. They try to, you know, it's like a butterball. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They try to buddy you up. You know what I mean? Like, get you with business. I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, come over and be like, oh yeah, I'm your friend. I want to help you. Let me show you how things go, right? People want to act like they coming around and like they gonna tell me something. It's anything. I'm sorry, but what? You gonna tell the boss who built this whole world and literally the ground you walk upon? Okay, literally, my ancestors built this country and state. We are manifest destiny. I am progress, and I'm the mob. I'm sorry, but what? Yeah. Folks thought we gonna pull a fast one on me. What? I don't gotta have cash to be the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed, little homie. You understand? I still got it in equity, baby. You understand? Again, y'all didn't go through what I went through. Whenever you want to have an open debate interview in front of the public about what I went through so we can actually break it all down, you let me know, because this ain't the place for it. You understand? Everything's been talked about already. Why would I go over the same matters? That's not conducive to me and my environment and my business. You feel me? Just like I'm not accessible to the public and I'm completely going into hiding. So what do you mean? Every effort I'm doing is to go completely into hiding and get away from everyone in the entire public in the world. I want nothing to do with anyone or anything. What I'm trying to do is move forward and progress. And I can't have stagnated energy around me, which is what all you carry and all them burdens and baggage. I can't have none of that. I'm doing me. God is using me. You can see it every day what's happening. God is preparing Batman for what is to come in my assignments and missions, and he's setting the stage in the world for me to come through. Again, y'all ain't listening. I believe I'm going to be in other countries like Ukraine and Russia riding whole, bulky motorcycles and bat pods just like is depicted, doing the real thing like I do now. Okay, again, I'm a reincarnated game master. Go look up what a game master is. This is not chess and checkers. I mean, I play chess, not checkers, but this is not backgammon and Monopoly, brother. Yeah, this is a whole nother ball game altogether, son. Like Rambo? Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a lot like Rambo. Okay, so I'm gonna say it again, folks. It's funny. This is what I do for a career, and what I'll always do for a career. I'm your superior, no matter who you are. You understand? It's hilarious to me, man. And you know what I mean? Like I watched it so many times, bro. I've seen people that didn't believe in themselves, and people who couldn't, do bodybuilding naturally, like Cali Muscle. I've had old roommates, they had cousins and brothers who was like that, and everything was going wrong for them. You can't be doing what y'all do and then think it's not going to affect you physically. You just can't. You got to believe in yourself. That's the problem with all these people, is they never believed in themselves. That's why when I met Cali Muscle, I could see it in him already, because he's like, well, Hollywood been good to me. Good to you? They've been good to you, brother. The type of the level of women, the type of the type of women that you deal with, Cali Muscle, as opposed to me, okay, is like me dealing with deer and you dealing with bison. Okay, I didn't know if you was a bodybuilder or a cattle rancher the way you were herding them up to your hotel room in Captain Corcoran. I mean, literally, he was trying to herd him up. He was like, "Yeehaw, woo doggy!" Like the sheepdog was out there and there. He was trying to herd him into that hotel room in Corpus. And I was just looking. I remember I walked in the lobby. I look up and see him going up the elevator or walking or whatever. I said, "Oh, hell no." Meanwhile, Tyree Sneed was what? Yeah. Driving around in a Porsche, looking, way better than Justin Bieber. I think I dyed my hair blonde at that point, and was wearing a white suit with a purple shirt, running around Corpus in my Porsche, going and training and working out, and getting back in the suit, and stronger than all y'all, and an actual gangster. And you know what I mean? Like I run Corpus Christi too, mind you. Don't you forget that one. But people don't get it. I've been the king everywhere. I've been the man everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's natural. It's not something I try to be. It's not something I try to do. But I'm a natural born leader, and people gonna follow me. You understand? There ain't nothing better than me, man. That's why all my ex-girlfriends mad and broke and poor and hilarious, because they all know there ain't nothing better than me. You always knew. That's why you funny as hell. And the other thing that I'm exposing, that I'm real big on exposing, is, well, number one, what one of my lawsuits is about, especially down here, because we all know how the valley get down and how y'all do things down here. That's first of all, nothing has ever been fair. But that lack of equality is a big thing for me. That lack of equality is something that, you know, I really focus on and want to expose and make sure that the whole public and the world knows things have never been fair, not even close to fair. And with the so-called women, I don't have any gripes. I have me speaking and me feeling the way I should feel based upon your unfairness and the fact that you want to never give a fair shake. But when it comes to the culture and the groups who are weak, just like all these dudes who were super weak, you want to support weakness for some odd reason. And I'm going to ask you why. Who supports weak individuals? Other weak individuals? We have a society that's weak and thinks that weakness is strength. This is why y'all can't even go out to a club or a bar without, a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening all the time. Okay? Because you can't get along with anybody and you can't get along with people. This is why a lot of people like me, we just don't really like going places or going anywhere. We don't want to be around folks. You know what I mean? Because I already know how I am. That's what people got to understand. Other folks know how I am. And how I am is I ain't taking an L ever, and I never will. I don't take L's. You understand? In anything, anywhere. I'm a real gangster. This the mob. So, like I said, people can say what they want and this and that and blah, blah, and feel how they want. That's fine. I don't waste my time. I don't go anywhere in the world and waste my time. I operate as Batman. I get busy in the street and I'm active. You understand? I get all the action I need right there. You understand? And quite frankly, there's not that much action most of the time because folks already know what it is. That's at this point. There was a whole lot of action at one point, but now we to a whole nother level and degree. They tried everything they could to stop me. These folks was trying to create fake stuff, do whatever they could. They couldn't stop me, and now we here. You have any clue what's coming next? This ain't my plan. It's God's plan. You have any clue how handsome I am for real? Y'all folks ain't even seen nothing yet. I just cleaned up. I'm all clean now. You understand? You just wait and see, because that's what you got to do. You got to wait and see and wait for me and wait on me. God keeps telling me repeatedly in these downloads messages, it's all coming. He keeps saying it's happening soon. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what's going on, but something's about to happen. I know that's really positive and good, and that money is coming. So I don't know. For me, it's a miracle. You know what I mean? If it happens, whatever, I don't question God. I believe in his promise. You know what I mean? But it also seems like sometimes when I get discouraged, that's when God shows up. So maybe it's just part of the process, and that's natural and normal. I'm a human being, but I never doubt God, ever. Nor have I, nor will I ever. I will never doubt God, ever. But that's just part of the, the formula. It's kind of like with, law of attraction and manifesting. I mean, sometimes you're supposed to get discouraged. Oh yeah, that same individual, this was a so-called woman, mind you, right, who, is, sitting there, on some fake energy and fake stuff, perpetrating with a dude who also is fake, and they're trying to get somewhere and dealing with something that, is pointless. That's what people do. They waste their time with stuff that ain't even, it's a waste of time. You understand? And she was trying to say that too. Like, y'all be saying silly things like, well, if you keep talking like that, brother, sister, you're talking to the man who's already succeeded every time over. I don't even know what failure is. I don't know how to fail. So why would you say that if you don't know who I am? Get your facts straight first. This is the thing, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. You got too many folks online, and especially the millennials, and they want to front and they want to pretend. We ain't got no room and time for that. I'm not trying to hear it. You understand? We know reality. I'm the teacher, and I can teach you. You can't teach me anything. Believe that, because I've been succeeding my entire life. I mean, what I've accomplished and done, especially financially and in the streets and in reality, is, beyond anything anybody's ever even heard of. You couldn't even understand my success. I redefined the definition of winning and the definition of success. I am success, brother. I am progress. And, something explained it to me the way it's supposed to be explained and said, well, yeah, that's what happens because you're coming in with pure real energy and real charisma and you're speaking from a place of real power. So that's what, the weak individuals do. They start yapping because they feel phased. That's a fact. People don't seem to get there's a method to my madness. I don't always talk the way you think everything is linear. You don't know how to think. That's when folks say, oh, well, you got to talk positive. Yeah, and I do talk positive. I'm the one who teaches that. But you got to talk realistic too. And sometimes you got to be discouraged. And me, when it comes to something, I never get my hopes up. And I never upplay something, I downplay it, and it always works for me. So it's the opposite of what you're saying. So if you're not in a position to give advice, what are you talking about? It's not negativity to just say something real or be realistic or not get your hopes up about anything or you understand what I'm saying? Or to allow room for error or room to fail. If you go into anything, I don't care what it is, and you just be like, yeah, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, that's when you're going to lose. If you go into it and say, well, I could care less if I lose, then you're going to win. That's the art of you know what by Sun Tzu even. I mean, he didn't really have it in there. The whole art of war, the art of you know what is a joke to me. I never took it seriously. I read it, I looked at it, and I was like, I'll, maybe take from it a little bit, but those rules are not really, it's really not how it works. You understand when they talk about, well, play the background and this and that, to an extent. You're not going to play the background if you're a leader, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, y'all be running around proclaiming all these philosophies and stuff and doctrines, but ain't none of them correct. You feel what I'm saying? Brother, I'm the meaning of that. So I can teach the art of you know what because I've been doing it my entire life. My entire life is that. I'm an expert at it. The real thing. Like I said, we don't walk the same walk. I don't come from y'all's lifestyle. I'm a mobster. I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. Thug life for real. Still living it. What you mean? We ain't the same. When I walk into a room, the whole aura of energy and presence change. It's different. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't got time for society at all. I'm done hearing what y'all talking about. I'm tired of hearing it. Got a bunch of folks in society want to have an opinion. Shouldn't you be looking for a job? Got a bunch of folks want to have an opinion, want to talk about you and say something about you, but I'm a warrior for God and literally the son of God and a soldier for God, and everything about me and the way I look and the way that I've been shaped and molded and created, but sculpted by God, literally, it's perfect in the way I'm supposed to be. And I got fangs for a reason because I'm an immortal vampire. What you mean? I ain't playing about nothing. Sorry, but what? That's what I'm saying. If you say anything towards me about any of that don't make sense because it's not a negative, it's a positive, and I look beautiful, way better than all of you. Not to mention that what happened with me all helped me out tremendously. You don't even know because y'all don't ask. Y'all won't have an actual conversation with me in person so I can explain to you reality and how it works. There's nothing for me to change. I'm perfect. You all, however, have a lot to change. That's why you got them failed businesses and failed restaurants that you making up talking about, yeah, this and that. And y'all want to keep talking about a pipe dream that doesn't exist. You made it. How? What? You're going to do something for me, but ain't got 20 to 100 to $1,000 to put on the table right now so we can get this business expanded in 5 seconds. You give me $1,000 right now and I can get this whole business expanded. Because I could take a trip to Austin in 5 seconds and try it up there and get everything rolling and go get me a job. And already got a little bit of cash, so I'd have that on top of that. So then I try to work my way to $2,000 and keep on climbing again. Start all the way over, but I'd be starting over a different way. If I had any help, just a spot to put a bat suit, bro. You got so-called women that talk to me online. You got these dudes like TJ couldn't help me. They do not want to see me do this. They do not want to see me succeed. Y'all talking about made up fairy tales and made up characters, and all these people got something to say, but they can't contribute $1 and leave a phone number. Anybody who didn't contribute to me now, why would I deal with you in the future? No. I need it now. Because it's the principle of the matter, it's the moral of the story. See, nobody supported me. Everyone was against me. And without a test, there can't be no testimony. I'm the greatest testimony of all time, literally. I ain't never been fake. This ain't never been me talking some fake rhetoric, and I ain't never been a gimmick, homie. You understand? I don't need any of you. I need God. You understand? Real talk. Like, what? You can't be serious, bro. Me, I miss my father. You understand? I miss my dad. You understand? You folks is funny to me. You understand? It is crazy to me, son. And he lives through me. Don't you ever forget that. You know what I mean? So for me, yeah, people want to talk and this and that and all that. Yeah, and everybody talks. Like I said, 8 million miles away. Everybody talks hiding behind a computer and a phone. What is that? All y'all. Oh, it's crazy, man. I don't know what you talking about, bro. Like I said, all that stuff, that internet stuff, I ain't got no time for that. That's fake. Everybody know it's fake. You see, that's the difference, because you could have one energy online. Well, yeah, because you talking online. What that got to do with reality? I told you what it is, homie. I've addressed all these folks. I told you the minute I address them on here, they start ducking me. All of them are ducking me. And they're going to stay ducking me. So what you mean? Like I said, somebody going to offer Tyree Sneed an opportunity. Boy, that's the biggest delusion I've ever heard in my life, bro. What? See, that's your problem. Like, you really got a quiet desperation, and you really not in the know-how of who you talking to. Like, you really don't seem to get, I run the valley. Always have, always will. You really don't seem to get when I say I run everything I do. When I say I'm the boss and the mob, homie, I mean it, homie. You understand? You're funny. Y'all are funny, bro. Every single one of you is funny. You understand? Don't you ever forget it. You funny. You understand? You are not me. I need you to understand that. You are not me. You will never be me. Not a single one of you out there. All these millennials, you know how I look at you? I look at you like you failed and I succeeded. And there's not a single one of you millennials who will ever come close to me. You will never get the opportunities I did because I had to create them myself. You will never see the money that I have made and spent. You will never deal with the quality of women I have. You will never, ever come close, and even an inkling millionth, to walking in my shoes. I hope you understand that. There ain't a single one of you keyboard you know what's that will ever come close to thinking that you could walk in my shoes, boy. All that fake stuff, the people, all they doing is doing it to themselves. Yeah, good. That's what people do. Oh, it's all a joke in a game? Oh, okay. It's a joke in a game, but people literally catching felonies and charges and cases because they jelly of me. Ha! What? All a game, huh? But y'all got to spend your time going back and forth to jail and prison every day while I'm out here free and good. And all y'all so obvious about what you want and what you feel. It is hilarious, homie. I got God with me, brother. Y'all is funny, man. You understand? Like I said, ask about me, homie. You already know what it is over here. We make the rules. We do what we want to do. You understand? Yeah, people can feel any way they want. And so what? I'm a community leader and a representative of my people and everybody. All people are my people. What do you mean? People respect me and like me because I'm me, because you ain't gotta like me, because I'm the same dirty Harry with everyone, buddy. Yeah, don't any of you ever think for 1 second that in reality you could ever say anything to me. There ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm a boss. You understand? And Mike Tyson is a mouse compared to me, and I'm talking about in his prime. I'm for real. I'm not joking. Yeah. And that who was the other one? There's that other dude, that other boxer. That's the one who I think I'm more compared to. The one that he said was the greatest of all time. Mike Tyson himself said no, there was nobody like him. Yes, there is. Me. That's what people don't get. And he came up hard, and that's why. Yeah, the ones who have a real rough background like me and a story that's like no other, that's the one. That's the guy. That's what I'm saying. People know what it is, man. I'm the chosen one, homie. What? How folks gonna recognize, oh, you the chosen one, then you want to run game? Like, you gonna come over to me and act like you gonna tell me anything or how I'm gonna run things or do anything? Boy, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. What is up with y'all people, bro? Who are you, bro? Like, real talk. Yeah, they ain't wasting their time no more coming around me. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Because for real talk, like, it's getting old. You know what I mean? Because they expect me to, like, tell them something. Bro, you talking on your own. I don't feel no way. I'm not mad. I don't care. That's what y'all do. Y'all really believe your reality is real. You got people, got businesses in the valley that really believe they a businessman. Yeah, run and tell that. There ain't a single one of you that's real. Literally, you don't even have an identity. You don't exist. Newsflash. All that fake stuff y'all talking about. What? Oh, y'all work? Y'all work hard? Okay. How come you ain't rich? You can't work forever, brother. I mean, the plan is to work, get rich, and then settle down and relax and retire. I'm basically retired. I just refuse to retire because I love working hard. I'm 36. I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years. What do you have that you could teach me? I can cook better than all y'all. I'll invent my own dishes in 5 seconds. I'll build a whole restaurant. All I need is the resources. What do you mean? Like, literally, these folks is funny, bro. It is crazy out here, son. Like, legitly crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. You got a world that's backwards. I take Rob Rack, for example. I'm gonna break it down again for you. I'm gonna keep talking about this, right? The dude gets online, projects. He keeps saying reality is opposite of what he is. But he homeless in a Roach motel room, right? And these are facts, right? They can't deal with basic reality, bro. I've done nothing but try to help this little homie and all these people and have conversations, just like with Groovy Jimmy. Groovy Jimmy came out of his mouth, said he's on an FBI watch list for the highest form of crime there is, basically. Okay, he won't even make a video. He's scared to go live. But I thought you was a gangster. What happened to that? All of y'all want to talk and you want to say these things like Rob Rack says all these crazy things and this and that, but yet didn't God kind of show you, Groovy Jimmy? I mean, for real? Didn't God kind of show you, Rob Rack? I mean, you can't even keep your woman. You've never been able to. I mean, you're sitting there wasting your time drinking, and you're not sleeping. You're not even doing anything that's conducive or good for you. You know, and I have trouble sleeping all the time. I mean, I'm going through that right now. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? That's nothing. I mean, that's normal. But my point is, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be drinking, and you just doing videos and fake shows. You don't got a show or a program. You don't do radio, and then you try to copy my rhetoric. He trying to say that he's me, but you inside every day. You scared to go outside. I saw somebody get on there. People get on there all the time and tell them reality, like this is who you are. Like they run from the truth. Like that's the weirdest thing. Like how you claim you got all this street history, but you afraid to go outside. I don't understand that. But me, I'm like, everyone knows I'm the king of the streets. Like I'm always in the streets, and like I'm starting to change that because I don't want to be. Why would I want that? Like I don't need to do that anymore. I told you what it is. I already changed everything. Crime rates lowered because of Batman. Don't let anyone tell you a lie. Everything's already been fixed. Everything is safe. Seriously. There's things that happen. I can't be everywhere, and it ain't my responsibility. You understand? My responsibility is me. That's something that God taught me and I had to learn. My responsibility is moving forward with my career and progressing. Because I'm gonna tell you what, them folks in Harlingen and Weslaco and all that, they never thanked me for saving lives out there when all that stuff was going on. Remember? Remember? The videos is on this channel. They never thanked me for that. They never thanked me for going around and you understand? I mean, are you serious right now? Are you serious? But the people who said, "Oh, Batman, you know, is lacking," and then I immediately showed up and proved that I'm not lacking, and that I'm completely on point, and that I have no jurisdiction, and I can go up to Harlingen and Westboro to any time and help out there and be Batman. What do you have to say now? You know, you careful what you say. You got to watch what you say. You understand? Because you never know who's listening. I've seen folks on Facebook and stuff say crazy things about me, and then they realize he's probably watching and found out, and then they delete their comments because they scared. Mm-hmm. And you got corrupt ties, and you super obvious. Like I said, it's not even my concern, brother. You have to understand the valley is a spot on the map to me. It means nothing. You understand? I love people in the valley. I love my people. I'm all for everybody, here. But my deal is I am expanding. I am not like I'm not from here like that. I'm born in Austin, Texas. I'm from the country Calvert Cameron area near Tyler. I'm country as hell. I'm trying to expand and build what I'm building. I'm a country boy that I was never supposed to make it. I wasn't supposed to make it this far. I survived the impossible time and time again. God told me I'm immortal. I'm an immortal vampire walking around, and y'all want to sit here and act like something a game? Then how come nobody comes within a 5,000-mile radius of me? I mean, these folks want to talk every day, but yet I don't see none of you. Everybody's shook. That's reality. I'm the legend. People is really talking. I know they talking. I know they like, yeah, he might be a real vampire over there. You heard about that Tyree Sneed, right? Yep, I heard that boy was a real vampire. The funniest part is that it's really true. Like, but the funniest part is that if it wasn't, you could say anything at this point with these people and they just eat it up. They gonna believe anything. That's what's so funny about it. Like I could tell them that I'm a unicorn and they'll be like, that Tyree Sneed, I heard he's a unicorn. Yeah. Y'all make the game too easy, man. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. That's what I'm saying. They expect me to tell them what? I'm gonna tell you reality? Brother, I want to be in a good mood and happy. Quit approaching me. You understand? Quit approaching me with your nonsense, with your fake stuff, with your fake business, with your fake money. If you ain't putting no money on the table, you could drop me a couple of hundo. 100 ain't even no money. Drop me couple $1,000. You want to bring me 3-5 racks for free because I gave all y'all money and I took care of the valley, so the valley gonna take care of me. You want to put me on, and one of you people that claims you gangsta and thugged out here, you claim you thugged out, right? You want to put 10, 20, 30 bands on the table and say, go get them, Batman? You don't think we make profit or something? What? I don't get it. I want money for free, 100%, because it ain't free. I already earned it. I've been protecting and helping you folks. I want a lump sum settlement. Real talk. The city of Brownsville should be giving me the key to the city and a check for over $500,000 to $1 million at least. Homie, are you serious? Seriously. I'm the only one with the heart and courage to stand up and say what need to be said. I am the Eminem of this game. You better get that right. Are you serious, bro? Y'all don't even understand, bro. I'm doing everything across the board, bro. I be still rapping and doing freestyling and rapping better than everybody. I'm entering ciphers as we speak, and I'm doing live ciphers, and people is listening to me, and everyone in the building's like, yeah, Batman can spit. I don't just spit, then I sing on top of beats. I'm the sickest dude to ever do it for real. Y'all want to talk about Eminem? Eminem really can't hold a candle to me, and I'm keeping it real when I say that. And he wishes he looked like me. Are you serious? That's what I'm saying. Like, you folks, it's crazy because the world, I look at the world and I'm just telling you what I see. These other two groups and the culture, they getting favored. And not only is they getting favored, but y'all got, because of social media and television programming, which programs your mind, right? They got these so-called women following a stereotype, and you women don't even get down like that. You know exactly what I'm saying. You ain't about nothing. You ain't about nothing. You ain't never going to do nothing. So what's the point of it? Y'all make things look away on the outside, and that's all you care about. These dudes ain't getting no good end of the deal. That's why all you hear is, oh, this happened. This crazy stuff happened. What did you think? You was dealing with the culture. You thought it was going to go well? I mean, have you seen the news in the past 8,000 years? Like I got friends, don't get me wrong. I love them. I grew up around them, but don't tell me that you can. I mean, can you see? You ain't seen the news ever? You ever turn on NBC and ABC, boy? You don't see what they do? I mean, are you serious? They don't offer anything but nonsense and chaos. Like real talk. That's why, like, even me, I'll deal with them for a minute. Like, oh, you want to chill? Oh yeah, we could chill. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I'll come on over for a little bit, about an hour, because that's all I can tolerate. Sorry, what's that, Sharkeisha? Yeah, after that, Sharkeisha, I'm gonna have to scram. I have to get back to my, regular activities, Sharkeisha. All right. We'll talk later, Tyrone. Yeah, no, I don't be playing games like y'all. I ain't gonna fake it and be fake in front of people. That's what folks think. They think there's some kind of rule that you supposed to be faking this and that. Say what, bro? I'm the type of dude. I be praying. I be praying for folks to trip. I be praying for folks to get me misconstrued. I be praying for folks to not like one word I'm saying. Y'all ain't about nothing. Y'all ain't about nothing in Dallas. Y'all ain't not about nothing in Oak Cliff. I run Oak Cliff. Everybody was scared of me in Oak Cliff and terrified. They was shook. I run Oak Cliff. I ran Bankhead. Everyone was shook and scared of me in Atlanta and Bankhead. Seriously. I'm not making these stories up. These people know. I was filming videos in Dallas, bro. I used to put the camera out the window and you'd see crazy dudes walking by yelling and hollering and talking to themselves and all sorts of stuff. Y'all see me come up in shelters. You see me come up in jail and not only hold my own, but stand up to the biggest dudes in the pod. Y'all see me go to Alpha Pod, solitary confinement. Y'all see me walk the whole walk. Don't tell me I ain't no real dude, man. Miss me with that, homie. Right? But everyone want to get online and hide and claim they me. Oh, my story yours now? Did you do what I did? No. Y'all go to jail and you literally is doing laundry for folks and you know what I mean, and you buy the Kool-Aid all day. That's facts. Yeah, I didn't go in there like, oh, I want to run the pod. Nah, that was never my attitude. I was trying to be humble. It happened naturally. Actually, real talk. I was just trying to, do my thing and get out. And I still ended up running everything. That's a boss. Because people assume, they understand what it is. Like people going to fall into their role and they position. They already know because the energy's there. You understand? In jail, all I have to do is talk. I already knew that because I'm a pretty big guy, and not just big, but I have a lot of power within me. So all I have to do is talk. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let enemies trick me. Imagine had I made a mistake there. There's a lot of folks still in there. See, what people don't get is this is how I live my life at this point, especially, you know what I mean? It wasn't how I always was at all. I used to think I was going to be in prison and jail my whole life. I didn't know how smart I was. I didn't real I was, from the country. Then I realized how smart I am and that I have all these gifts and I started waking up and God showed me the way clearly. I was always big on music. I was always big on rap. I used to sell my little demo tapes all over the place. I probably sold millions of units physically, literally. I made a lot of money doing so. Like, what I mean? I could do that. If there's an actual thing where I can have a product and be able to sell it, I'm going to excel. And that's what I'm thinking. Like that's why people is in their feelings because they know I created a product here, whether it be videos or content as you call it or whatever, social media and advice and motivation and fitness and everything. It's all a product and I'm able to sell it and I make money and I'm good. I offer a service. It's just like Denzel said in American Gangster. I offer what is it? I offer a product that's better than the competition at a price that's lower than the competition. Right? He said Bumpy was rich, but he wasn't wealthy. Something like that. right? He said he didn't own his own company. Said he this and that, he didn't own this, so he said this person, you know what I'm talking about, owned the company, so they owned him. He said, but nobody owns me though. That's me. I am the gangster. I built my own company, and I just did in front of you. And now it's running full speed. I'm not saying it's a whole bunch of money yet. That's fine. I don't think that was ever the purpose of it. It's the principle of it. That's what I'm saying. Folks want to keep talking about money. That's being part of that fake race that ain't even going on. None of that stuff exists to me. I'm in a better position than all of you because I hustled to get here. I had to go through hell to get in this position. 50 Cent said, I blah, 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 and got myself in this position. No, I did that. All you did was be a federal informant and a snitch. What you mean? Yeah, I'm the one who did that and got myself in this position. That don't even make no sense because Masons have different rules applied to him. A dude like that, he's committed so many federal crimes and felonies, it's unreal. The reason he gets away with it, because again, the government's corrupt and they work with all these people. He's backed by the feds, proving the feds are corrupt. What now, buddy? That's why they want to act like we all got the same rules, but we don't. You want to talk about anger, rage, and frustration? You don't know the meaning, brother. Y'all have never even had a fair system. I've never even had civil rights or civil liberties. How do you think you created Batman, buddy? Real smart. I'm not these other people. You ain't going to get the best of me, ever. Trust me on that. And you already know, because I already won. Yeah, that's why I tell y'all and talk to y'all like I talk to all y'all, straight up and tell you what it is. Right. What do you mean you gonna speak for me or think for me? That's a waste of your time. What do you mean you gonna walk up to me and tell me about your fake business ideas and your fake businesses and fake money? Bro, if you ain't putting no money on the table, what are you talking to me for? To even talk to me, you should be paying me at least 50 to $100 every time. I'm a celebrity. That's how it works. Yes. What do you mean? I'm a content creator, survive off donations. Your job in the public is to pay me. All of you. What do you mean? I use my $1 million mouthpiece, my gift to gab, I crowdfund, and I get the crowd and people involved in the public, and I get my funds from the public. I am God's investment, like the reading just showed you, divine confirmation, proving it's all real. What are you talking about? I'm the top calisthenics competitor in the world. Everything I do is serious business and for real. I don't understand how a public can try to dismiss a real Batman for 3 years. I don't understand that. I'm not going to waste my time with it at all anymore. I never really was heavy into doing that either. I want to be happy. I know who I am. I know what I've done, and you don't. I know what I've accomplished, and you don't. That's fine with me. I'm completely cool with that, and I accept that. Because this is God's will and God's work. I did this for my father and for my people and my family. I did this for God. I didn't do it for anybody else, and I did it for the people in the public. But again, if the people in the public, some of them, may not appreciate it, and some do, then cool. I do it for the people who appreciate me. Who can actually acknowledge reality instead of most of you want to get online and talk a certain way when gossiping doesn't do anything good for you, and it actually has an effect on you. Did you know that? And that's all you do. And you've created a bunch of, simp beta males now that they gossip like women too. Rob Rack. Rob Rack. Y'all can't even have fun. I can't even talk to the dude. We're supposed to have fun on here. You can't even have fun with them. And this goes to show the type of person you are. That's the thing. They say narcissist is just being a narcissist, period, is just empty all across the board. They said it's the most empty thing ever. That's what they said. And that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? So, that's y'all. Y'all got to deal with that. Because I have purpose within my life. My existence isn't empty, but narcissist is. Think about that. So I'm just saying, you got to really understand, like, that's why they feel the way they do, because they have no purpose, no place. That's why all they do is drink and sit there and get mad and upset, and it's running rampant in society. You know, to think that I would ever prove something to a bunch of delusional folks like that is hilarious. I'd rather walk away at this point and not waste my time. See, I'm the tough guy for real. I've already proven all my points. I mean, beyond comprehension. So many times that it's unbelievable and comical. So if somebody's in their feelings or they feel somewhat or whatever, that's irrelevant to me. I mean, feelings aren't facts. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, they be trying to act like they calling your friend, all of them, and meanwhile, you can even see how they move, that they're expressing frustration and they're upset. Do you understand that I'm really Batman? I pay attention to all y'all. I study your behavior. I know everything you're thinking before you even think it, brother. You better understand who you're talking to, homie. Y'all are funny as hell. Every single one of you, bro. I laugh. Real talk. I don't take none of you serious. None of you. Are you serious? And that's the way I am everywhere. You could put me anywhere in the US and I'm the same dude. I don't care if people like it. I don't care if people like me. I wasn't here to be liked. I'm here to make money and win and defeat you. And that's what I do. And I win with flying colors. That's the difference. So, like I said, I mean, calisthenics, I got that game on lock. The rap game, I got that on lock. I mean, what don't I have on lock? Legitly, really asking, what don't I have on lock? Like, everyone else I see is wasting their time. I see people trying to rap and they rap for free and then think they doing something. That's that millennial stuff. See, the difference between millennials and me and my generation and my folks, whoever that think like me, awoken beings or somewhat awoke, is that a real person that's a awoken being and not brainwashed and not asleep still, literally, because that means you're asleep. You haven't woken up. You know what I mean? You got to wake up, man. You got to escape the matrix, baby. You got to wake up. You understand? So if you not awoken like me, right? This is why I'm a teacher for the masses, because I'm the Messiah, I'm the Son of God, and I'm a woken being. You understand? I'm a beacon for knowledge. This knowledge comes from the divine, comes from God directly. Sit at the right hand throne of God. What you mean? Come on, man. You know, my question is, how many more examples do we have to have before people start waking up and getting the point? That's what I want to know. How many more? You know what I mean? Look at all these rappers, bro. Look at all these people in the public. Look at all this crazy stuff happening like God told me. It makes sense to me, man. God's plan makes sense. You know, he's like, you know, I'm gonna have you in hiding. For a long time, for a minute, I'm gonna have you do what you do. I'm gonna train you. I'm gonna have you train. I'm gonna get you ready, and I'm gonna protect you. And then I'm gonna send you out on these missions in the world, and you're gonna do everything. But I'm gonna set the stage for you first. God is at work. You know, I'm God's favorite for real, and I've accepted that, and I understand that, and I'm very happy about that now. I didn't understand it at first, and now I'm very happy. I'm ecstatic, in fact. And that's the thing, you know, it bothers people. Them narcs who got their little fake businesses or fake restaurants or whatever they got, it bothers them because they looking in the mirror every day and they seeing themselves. And like I said, the minute that I can smell alcohol on you too, that tells me everything I need to know, brother. So y'all better start listening, man. I'm telling you, these folks be ducking me. Like, what would we have to talk about? Y'all approach me. Y'all try to talk to me, right? Because I'm a boss. I don't know what you talking to me for. What, like, your point of view is irrelevant to me, brother. It's that simple. I wouldn't care if you was in your feelings. I'm not talking to you. Y'all be approaching me. That's the thing. They be still talking about what I can do for them. I'm not here to do anything for you. I don't do anything for nobody unless I want to. I help people who are good people and deserve it, not people who are sitting there and you're in the position where you can put me on and pay me and you want to sit here and play games and be like, what can you do for me? Why would I do a thing for you, brother, when you got a little bit of cash and you're not going to pay me when I'm who's out here protecting you? And like, what are you crazy? What are you talking about? It make no sense. See, the acting is over with this year. This is 2026. I ain't come to play. You understand? You see, I made all these changes real quick this year, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. You understand? You know what I mean? Like, it's a new year, homie. You know, all the patience is gone. Ain't no patience, bro. This is a new year, man. It's 2026, man. It's been a long time coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me my money. I want my money. You know what I mean? Like I should not have to ask. I should never feel any frustration. That's what I've noticed. These people, they want me to be frustrated. Why? And why is that such a big deal to you? That's some coward stuff. That's a cop out, bro. That's embarrassing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think I'm gonna keep, having folks approach me and talk to me that I ain't talking to, who on some coward stuff? I don't talk to people like that. That's a violation of G code. What? Ain't got no business approaching me, talking to me, saying nothing to me. I'm a monster. The monster doesn't just walk around and talk to folks. That ain't how it works. I'm an actual monster. I ain't here to talk. You understand? Real talk. You're hearing an immortal vampire, dude. You know what I mean? I know y'all stressed. I know you worrying. I love it. Yeah, y'all funny as hell. So like I said, nah, we gonna keep on winning. I got the whole game on lock. Got the streets on lock. Everybody respect me or fear me. I run everything, bro. I'm the real deal, Holyfield. So like I said, I mean, that's my thing. Like, you gotta understand who you talking to. That's why when folks be looking at me, I'd be like, what are you looking at? Like, what is that? Like, you could see in their eyes they delusional. You could see the delusion. You could see they believe in a perspective of reality that doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination, brother. All of it. Same thing with so-called women. You so-called women is so naive, it's hilarious. You think that beta males is alpha males, and you think that you're supposed to worry about beta males because you want control. You think control is the answer. Let me tell you so-called women something. Not a single one of you are in control, and you never will be. God is in control. So again, y'all want to talk about women. Then you want to talk about quantity. First of all, when it comes to women, I'm not after quantity. I'm after quality. And I would like a good, wholesome woman, right? And that's what a man wants. A man wants a connection with one broad and one woman. And that's it. You got these people talking, Rob Rack want to talk, but who are you? I mean, who are you to talk about women? Your experience with women is complete failure. You failed with all of them all across the board. What do you mean? Real talk. I mean, and it's crazy because, it's like a whole farm out here. I mean, you had one frog, then you had a cow, right? And then what do you have now? Now you got kind of like I don't know, I'd say like a possum. And they're all crazy, and they're like, on the scale they'd be rated like a 1. You know what I'm saying? Like the level of women I deal with are all 10 and above. I mean, really have been like 100. Seriously. And that was nothing to me. It wasn't even a big deal, bro. I had ex-girlfriends that all they wanted to do was drink. And I don't drink like that, but Tyree Sneed was, pretending, you know what I mean? Because hell, I mean, if you saw this, you'd pretend too. Like, didn't nobody get no money out of me? I never gave money to any of these people. What? Seriously. Now, they were trying to drag me down. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? If like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I made certain business moves and stuff like that, but I've had them try to make like come ups, but I mean, if you're in a relationship, what's the big deal? You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Y'all call it a relationship. It ain't a relationship unless you fulfill your part of that relationship. Y'all treat it like it's a business transaction. That's not a relationship. In order to call something a relationship or anything or a connection or anything, you got to actually do it. You can't fake it. So that means that that's what y'all do. Y'all want to play these games, and y'all keep glorifying that so-called women, jump around and do that. I mean, that's silly. Because there's a dude like me that's superior and better in every single way, and you got the biggest prize ever, and there's no comparison and nothing that comes close. You're comparing a Honda Accord to a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. There's no comparison. And it ain't even a Honda, it's like a Buick. I'm for real. So, I mean, what's the point? Again, y'all want to talk about so-called women. You know what so-called women do every day? They're brainwashed, they're not awake, and they're controlled and manipulated, and they waste their time, and then they get upset, and none of their relationships ever work out, and they're always crying and miserable and throwing hissy fit tantrums. And and it's crazy because I'm the one who always has to come to save them and help them anyway, and I'd be saving lives, so I'd be literally saving lives and helping people like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against anyone. I'm just saying the facts. No, I'd be helping y'all because I have to. You know what I mean? I told you, I'm here to save women, men, everybody. I'm here to save my people, period. You understand? I'm the one who be taking my time out, no matter what I'm going through, to be like, "Are you okay?" I be checking on people for real. I just like saved someone's life the other day, literally, not joking, because they was going through it, and no one else was paying attention or cared, but I did. I took time out of my day to make sure that they were all right. Stayed right there, because people deserve that. You understand? Man, y'all don't get it, bro. I'm out here making real connections already. I'm getting everything moving. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all is crazy, man. You got people who talking about they gonna work at that new restaurant they built in Brownsville, and they think they talking about something. They was talking about, oh, you want to meet up and do this? Like, I blocked them on one thing, and the other thing they're still messaging me because they're obsessed. And I'm like, I mean, if I want, like, what are you gonna do for me though? Like, you keep talking about you gonna help me or do something for me and don't do nothing. Like, well, it's a waste of my time. People who used to work at like Whataburgers and stuff. You feel me? Like, what? You expect anything from me for what? Like, you know what I mean? I don't owe you anything. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make no sense. Like, what I should have is literally a line of women, like backed up to Timbuktu, like, you know what I mean, trying to do everything to get with me. That's the only thing that makes sense. So if I don't have that, then yeah, so-called women are messing up. They making a huge mistake because their priorities is all over the place. Everything's perfect about me. I don't have nothing to change. I'm perfect. I'm what you want to be. All you narcs and narcissists, you should strive to be like me. Exactly like me. Understand that. And I mean that both physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all across the board. So again, what do you mean? Sorry, but again, all you women are here for me. I care less what you want to think and tell yourself. It's called delusion. I'm a man. I'm the man, and I'm the only real man who ever existed. Who else would you be here for? What do you think? You're here for Instagram? I'm sorry, but what? And that's really what they think because you got a delusional world that's just running around in chaos, making no sense. Like, okay, and that's fine. It was never like that, and this is new. It was not like this back in the day. So a guy like me who's old school, and I'm aging backwards, I look super young, but I'm 36. I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years. A guy like me who's smart is gonna fall back and not pay attention and not care and say, "Well, you do what you want to do, no problem," because I don't care. I'm doing what I want to do. See the point? You want to do what I do with me and have fun? Let me know the right way. You want to listen to me? See, what I'm going to need is a woman who can actually listen, who doesn't mind me leading, but I want them to lead too. They should know how to do both these things simultaneously. Does anyone feel that? You work together. You get somebody who really got your back. I've never really had it, and it's hard for me to even fathom that I'll ever get it. To be honest, it's like Eminem said. What did he say? What did he say? It was like, I don't know. Basically, like, I never thought I'd have somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I feel. You know what I mean? But it's sad because it's like I have everything to offer, and I'm the total package, and it don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? You don't think that sucks? I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it's not really. It is what it is. It doesn't really bother me like that. I just think it's odd. I never really feel much about any of that. I just express my little frustration for the moment, and I keep it moving. It's frustrating. Isn't that what, most so-called women have to offer? A lot of frustration, or am I really wrong? And that's the thing. Why would I want frustration? Can you explain that? If anyone's causing you frustration, it means they don't make any sense. It means they're aloof, they're lost, they're just doing weird things and acting weird. Like that's what most women do. Do what you do. Because in the process, most of you, like I said, can't even talk, and you're sitting there and you all do the same thing, and all y'all want to make money in the wrong ways, and you only got one asset, right? And that's not even an asset because I look better than all y'all. So y'all want to all do the same things, but all of you are broke. Ain't none of y'all rich. You got what we have a world of greedy, selfish people. You got so-called women that think they doing something because they travel in the world or taking a trip to Italy and getting McDonald's in Italy or something like that because they're doing that, taking advantage of all the super simps in the world. That's not a hustle. That's not a, it's embarrassing. Truly, it's not a hustle. You got guys that are doing the same thing. Seriously, you got guys that do the same thing. Think they doing something, think they balling, think they cute. You talking to a dude who's had bank accounts with over $300,000 in them. Ain't none of those folks that do that or any of that weird stuff, they ain't coming close to the money I've seen it spent. There's broads, bro, going all the way to Italy to buy McDonald's and sit around in a hotel room doing nothing. It's called wasted money and resources. So-called women ain't doing nothing. What are they doing? What are they going to accomplish? It's a man's world. Seriously. It's just the truth. Oh, yeah, Rob Rack copied that too. I just said that. He copies that too. This boy study me like I'm like a class course in college. Seriously. And then I try to go talk and have a conversation. Why do you keep copying me? And what's up with you? Just like all of y'all on here, all of them do it. And he sits there and says, "Oh, you don't get to talk to. Oh, I don't get to talk to you, but you're gonna copy every word I say." Man, that's petty, bro. That's crazy. Like that's what they do. Oh, there's people talking about me. Well, yeah, because of your actions. That's what's wrong with you narcs. Keep doing weird stuff and acting like everyone doesn't see what's going on. Like, why do you keep copying me? It's very odd. It's weird. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. You're not me, dude. You spent most of your time in prison. I mean, you never even been in the street ever. Like I said, I saw an old picture of homeboy. Like he looked like a dude that he could have a bright future. He looked like a dude that's a normal guy, like a guy who would go to college. He's not a gangster. He's not a thug by any means. All the stuff he's making up and talking, he never did. And he does this because he wants to make up stories because he wants to be me. He wants to be something he's not. But everything you kicking and talking, baby, not everything, because you evil as hell. That's first of all. You evil. I mean that I give you. And evil is fear based. It means you're scared. My point is, everything all this street stuff you want to kick. That's me. That ain't you. You was never that. You're a rich, entitled millennial dude, just like we found out Crip Mac is. Crip Mac's dad said he put money on his books in jail, prison, pays for everything. He said he's not a Crip. Just like Groovy Jimmy ain't a Crip. He's a fake Crip. He said, no, Crip Mac is entitled. He said he's from a suburban neighborhood. He's a suburban dude. He's just normal. He's got it good. He says that stuff is fake. He said he want to create fake enemies and stuff and don't even have no real beef. I've had real beef my entire life. That's the difference. And I won completely. So do you understand how it's so much different because we're not in the same destination or in the same position? And the way we got here is totally different. The amount of work that I had to put in and the things I had to go through and endure to get here, you couldn't even fathom. One day is more than what you've been through in an entire, decade. Seriously. So when folks are like, oh, well, he's this and that, but no, I trip and stand on business because I have to, because I've been through things. You understand? I ain't gonna sit here and let folks talk about my pain and talk to me any way they want. No, I'm not. I'm a man. You understand? That's common sense. And that's the way it has to be. And the problem with the internet is everybody takes advantage because they're on the internet, because it's all hiding whatever. Like Mike Tyson said. I saw a video of Mike Tyson, man, when he did that Jake Paul thing. That was a joke, man. That boy couldn't even get on the treadmill. Mike Tyson wasn't just out of shape. I mean, he had no business doing this, and it looks like a clone. It don't even look like the same dude. And you could see he's tired, bro. He ain't got it in him at all. I mean, that might really be him. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing: he is not what he used to be. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. I'm gonna look up his age because I don't think he's that old. Let's look it up right now. Hold. I just looked it up. I think it said 59 or something. So he's almost 60. He's 59, right? I'm 36. Okay, I'll be 40 in 4 years. So, I mean, what, about 2 decades? About, right? A little more, maybe? Something like that. It's not that much. It's not. It's not that much. My point is, at 60 years old, right? And this is in the depictions, you see him turning around when Batman's doing what he's doing, if you really pay attention. And he said, wait, it's this year. He said, Batman would be old. When he's walking, he's thinking about this. And Batman's like struggling to climb stuff and do stuff, but he's still doing it. And he's still like a force. I mean, that's the way I see it. This is God's plan. It's not mine. I feel like, I was never late for nothing. See, that's what people say. Oh, you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to do all this stuff in your 20s. It's too early. You do what I was doing in my 20s, making tons of money, spending, gambling for a living, having fun, and meeting women and really having experiences, life experiences. You do that. You got to come up in the game. You got to be homeless. You got to live in a truck like I did. You got to go through these stages. You got to be a janitor. You got to do all these odd end jobs, because if not, when you don't have money, you're not going to be you no more. See my point? So, no. I'm the prototype and the paradigm of what people are going to copy. The Joker video actually just came out today. Divine Confirmation has said that. It said your weird ideas are in the future actually going to be the blueprint that they all follow. Right. Just like I got weird ideas to try to build my own engines that don't even run on gas, or like self-sustaining off free energy. What? You know what I mean? You got people in this, all that other nonsense. They want to say free energy don't exist. You want to bet? Yes, it does. You can build an engine that can run on nothing. They just won't let you. They don't want to not let you and don't want you to. That's what people don't get. The government can't not let me do anything. The government has tried to not let me do anything forever, and it's never worked. They've learned. Believe that. The government can't not let you do anything unless you allow them to not let you, buddy. Because the government ain't in control. I am. So, like I said, that's the thing. Batman run this entire world. Like, it don't matter if Trump pardons prisoners. You already know what's good. Real talk. We run this. Power to the people. You understand? So, again, my whole point is I'm on a different level, man. You understand? I've always been on a different level. I think differently. I'm wired differently. I'm the glitch in the matrix, and I'm Neo in the matrix for real. So that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about women? I mean, when I get to a major city in America, I'll be more concerned about that. I mean, right now, it's just not really, part of what I'm worried about. I mean, it would be great. It really would. It'd be awesome. But I would need a girl, like I would need a woman who can drive. I would need a woman who has money. I would, hopefully has a job. Not because those are things that I care about, but because that's the position that I'm in. The first thing so-called women say, I saw a dude trying to get a girl's number just recently. You know what she said? And I thought it was real interesting. She said, in the next 5 years, what can you do for me? And she clearly wasn't feeling this dude. You know what I mean? And she was trying to be cute and funny. And I really don't appreciate that kind of attitude at all. And that's the problem with so-called women. They're so pompous now and arrogant. And all that stuff is covering up insecurities and underlying issues and the fact that you won't face yourself. It's not a good thing. I would never talk to that like that to anybody. If I was a woman, and somebody was trying to talk to me, I for sure would never do that. That's not right. It's not okay. and it's not right. And that's the problem that people don't get. I mean, who are you? Why do you think you're on a pedestal? Why do you think you're above everyone? That's not just because of Bedasense. That's because you're really delusional and you really believe you're something you're not. Because of what? Because of social media programming? How does that apply to you? You're not social media. You're just a woman. There's 8 million of you. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. So that, yeah, she said, what are you going to do for me? And then what can you do for me in the next 5 years? Why should he have to do anything for you in the next 5 years? I mean, and if you're a woman, your job is to find a man and that's it. And, like real talk, seriously. I mean, and, to fulfill your role, and hopefully you're good at cooking and cleaning. Outside of that, I mean, what can they do for you in the next 5 years? I mean, here's a better question, lady. What have you done for yourself in the last 5 years? Because you're on here wasting your time. You're not making buku bucks. You can quit fronting. You're talking about things that don't even equate to no money, like it dictates your value, right? And you're wasting it's like dealing with Monopoly bucks. And you're wasting your time with absolute nonsense, right? And I can guarantee you that you're entitled. You have a support system. You've never been through what I've been through, where everything falls apart and you're completely on your own in the world. And I mean, this has been my whole life pretty much. You know what I mean? And I've been on my own since 16, in the street, really surviving and know how to move and how to survive and how to do everything, and went through everything that the world could offer me. Everything. So that's what built Batman. You don't have that life experience. So I mean, the better question is, what have you done for yourself? You can't learn anything because you're not willing to go through the stuff that it takes to learn something. That's the problem with so-called women. Y'all think that struggle and pain and suffering and going through anything is a problem and the worst thing in the world, and you try to avoid it. And in the process, you can't self-reflect, so you can't learn anything, so you never actually are a woman, which is why I refer to them as so-called women. You will never be a woman until you go through something, until you take the risks to have love with someone and find a man, right? And in order to find a man, you would have to know what a man is, which you don't, because you've never seen one ever, because they don't exist. I'm the only real one. You understand? So that's why I'm in a class of my own and I'm the chosen one. So I don't expect women to just know and understand, because the only way they can know is if they're smart enough to research and pay attention, and they care and in their heart know what a man should be and what a man truly is, to where when they meet me and see me, they say, that's who I want. I would never want anyone else but him. People don't get it. I have real options. Somebody said I don't have options. I have all the options I always have. I don't look at things the way you do. I treat everyone and humans with compassion. I don't look at things the way you do. And the way you look at things is a jaded perception and should never be glorified. Okay? I don't know what you're talking about. That's the difference. You want to look at it like it's resources. That's not what it is. You got to establish human connections. That's why you don't have any friends. That explains it all right there. That's why you're on here all day typing to yourself on fake accounts and got nothing going on, and you're completely miserable and unhappy. Exactly. Repeating yourself all day on the internet because, like, what is that? Who walks around repeating themselves? Right? And I'm telling you, bro, folks be lost, bro. You know what I mean? They lost. You know what I mean? I'm a beacon for lost souls, but like, I ain't trying to deal with all that. It's crazy, man. Like, if you seeking answers, when ask me, politely. Come at me the right way. If you need my help, just be like, hey, look, I need help. I'll gladly help you, no matter what you've done. I don't care if it's people I got the federal lawsuit. They're a part of it or whatever. I'm not worried about that. I'll still help you. I forgave everyone. I love everyone. I don't have nothing against nobody. And some of these folks, they get online and try to act like they're going to tell you what to think, or you're a part of something you ain't. I don't know what that is, brother or sister. I have nothing against no one. I'll help any of y'all and anybody anytime. I've been nothing but a good dude to everyone. I provided for these people. They owe me money. I mean, you should pay me the money you owe me. What do you mean? See, that's life. That's the truth, and that's my reality. I'm just a good person that's helped everyone, and I don't deserve any of what you're talking about or what I've been through because of y'all. And I deserve to be treated with respect and love and compassion. And it's simple as that. I mean, these folks owe me money, bro. Like, why are you asking me for money if you're not gonna pay me back? Like, that's the thing. Folks will be like, "Oh, you asked for money." Yeah, because I have to. Because all the people who asked me for money, I gave them all my money, and they never paid me back. What am I supposed to do? That's why I have to ask for money because of you. Seriously, you know what I mean? Like, how does that not make sense? People did everything they could, wanted me to be broke and have nothing, and then, oh well, now you're struggling. What a surprise! You know, they want to talk about it like you shouldn't be struggling. You just did everything you did to make sure I can't make a dime. Like you got to make sense, bro. Like, what? You gonna call every single job I go to? Oh, you walked in this building. I'm calling them right now. Your existence is illegal, Tyrese Sneed. Get him. Look at him. He walked into Chipotle. That's literally what they do, bro. I'm not joking. Real talk. Like completely like I have no civil rights or civil liberties at all. Like I really don't. Real talk. And these people have entertained it. The corrupt ones, all that. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, he wants a Chipotle taco? Hell no. Hell no, Tyrese Sneed. You were saying all that truth for years on here and you put everyone in their place and I don't like it. You don't deserve that Chipotle taco. It's ridiculous, bro. And yeah, why do you think them businesses go along with all they nonsense? Because all of them are miserable and they don't want to work at Chipotle. So they like, oh, here's my chance to inflict and act like I have power because I actually have none with regarding myself. Ain't that the facts? That's what that Panera Bread did up there in Green Bay, correct? That's what all y'all did. Actually, I'll talk about all y'all. That's what Dave and Buster's did up there. That's what Old Chicago did up there. I don't care. I'm a legend in Green Bay already. Folks know I stood up to the whole force on Oneida Street. Homie asked about me. And several times, and in that park, remember? Y'all are real big on this camera footage stuff too. Why don't you pull that footage? Because I was talking some gangster stuff. Yeah, I said I'm on this gangster, you know what, for real, boy. Yeah, yeah. Y'all don't want to pull that footage and put that on YouTube, huh? Real talk, please do. I wish you would. Honestly, I would love to see it. Real talk, you know. They love to be convenient. They don't want to publicize all my victories. That's all I had, and they want to look and create something else. Like, yeah, because all I do is win. You prove it every time you talk. But yeah, no, I don't care what folks is talking about. I don't care what them tell themselves, man. Folks is silly, bro. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know, talk is cheap, man. Talk is not equate to what I do. Talk will never be equate to what I do. And that's why I'm the best in the world at everything I do. And it is what it is. And every time I come on here, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. Anytime I speak, I want to make sure folks know who and understand who they talking to. I don't have a quiet desperation. I do what I want to do. You feel me? You know what I mean? Real talk. So, like I said, I'm not concerned, man. You know, the world is lost. Whatever y'all want to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Me, like, I would love to have a woman who backs me and supports me. That's going to be my next thing, 100%. I want, you know, all efforts to go towards that. But, you know, they have to exist too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really hard to find. It seems almost impossible. You know, I haven't met any yet that, you know, I'm not saying people may not qualify. They may, I just may not know because they haven't taken the time to get to know me. But what I'm saying is it has to be someone who meets the criteria. You know what I mean? Seriously, it has to be someone who's awoken, who's smart, who's with it, who probably is pretty strong. You know, you don't have to be. I don't even care about strength when it comes to a woman. I don't. You know, but you got to be able to think, and you got to be wanting to help me completely and on my side. I have seen these people be fake as hell. I have recently seen these so-called women. They didn't care about me at all. It was all about them. And meanwhile, they got me in weird, bad positions for no reason. That's not fair and that's not okay. The reason why folks is quiet now and they not saying anything because they know they did wrong. just like I said, because they know they messed up. Y'all be making mistakes, and then you got other people that bail you out every time. I don't have that. I can't make mistakes. That's why I don't understand you. You're never going to learn anything. You're wasting your time with everything. It's nonsense. It's all a waste of time. So do what you're going to do. You know what I mean? All of you. You know what I mean? These folks want to always be up in your business and talk about what you got going on. If you got to talk about somebody else's relationship, it's probably because of your lack thereof. And I don't know what that stunt was y'all were trying to pull in Green Bay, nor did it work. I don't know what the point was, because I won and I left and got out, and that was it. I didn't care about nothing you was talking about. Nothing you ever said or typed to me happened or existed. What are you talking about? What? There was never any competition. There was never anything going on. None of that. You just have people that I don't even know what you on, because it's weird as hell and it doesn't exist. Real talk, you got people who just lost. You understand? So I mean, okay, and you know what I mean? Like, like I've dealt with crazy, then that's an experience and it taught me a lot. And now I'm never going to be dealing with crazy again. You understand? Because I didn't realize crazy really meant crazy, like not, not matching up with reality. Like that's insane, bro. I thought crazy just meant, the good kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Sometimes I'm naive. You know what I mean? Sometimes I go through things. Life is a learning experience. We all go through things. And that's the thing. That's why folks is upset, because they can't think for me. They can't judge me. They can't tell me what to do. They can't speak for me. None of that. And that's what I'm saying. You just got folks like, you want control. I mean, why would you ever even entertain that with me? I'm always in control without trying. Brother, are you serious? Because God is in control. Like that's just crazy to me, because I got so much power without trying. I'm always in control, whether it looks like it or not. Always. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm not after control. I'm after letting go. I'm after love. I'm after the real thing. I may have a tough exterior to an extent, but I mean, not really. When you talk to me, I'm super easygoing and sensitive and nice and gentle with people. Like I'm a good person. But if I have that tough exterior, because I have to, that's because I have to. And somebody at some point is going to see through that and love me for who I am, and they're going to teach me that I don't always have to be like that. And that's what love about. You know what I mean? It's not about all this fake stuff. And that's my thing. God told me be genuine. I'm being genuine. And you understand, this is what none of you will ever understand. When you're genuine, your life is so much fulfilling and has purpose, and it lasts longer. It feels like more. It's just you have purpose. If you don't be genuine, not only with other folks, but with yourself first, if you can't be honest with yourself, which is all you narcs' problem, that you won't face the music and face the reality, okay? If you can't be honest with yourself, existence is honestly empty and pointless. That's just the truth. You got to be honest with yourself. And that's what I represent. I'm genuine with myself. If I go through things, cool. It's not a big deal. If I lose, okay, it's not a big deal. That's life. And these people can't handle the pain that comes with life. And they want to have you be like them because they failed. They got a crab in a bucket mentality. And that's what the world is filled with. The way that I live my life now is that everything is quantum leaping. That means every decision that I make can affect and have a butterfly effect for the next whatever decisions, and will control an outcome. So I have to be super careful about my decisions. My silence was never weakness, it was power. My hesitation is never weakness, it's power, it's resolve, it's resilience, it's strength. My lack of reaction, my lack of response, my lack of not recognizing or acknowledging or not caring was never weakness, it was strength. I've made every right decision. The devil and these folks who are agents of Satan and agents of the devil, they've done everything to try to distract me. That's what it is. They want to stop what I'm doing because they're trying to interfere and stop what? My destiny. And they have tried everything they can. The devil has thrown everything he can my way. He's tried everything and done everything he possibly could. And I'm still right here. And I literally am not only achieving, but I am living my destiny. Because my destiny is a Batman. So, like I said, you folks tell yourself what you want. I love how people want to paint it like it's cute. Oh my goodness. Just wait till we get to Pittsburgh. Wait till we get to Los Angeles. Wait till we get to Atlanta. Wait till we get back to Cape Coral, Fort Myers. Wait till we come through Hialeah. Wait till we in every one of these hoods. Wait till we come through Compton. Wait till we come through Los Angeles. Wait till you see Batman literally running every block and street across this world and operating in front of you. I can see God's plan to an extent. I can see it. I understand it. And that's amazing, because most people, if nobody almost can. I see it. I see it. It makes sense. I'm not saying I know what he's thinking or I know what he's going to do. Not at all. It's all a surprise and it's all new to me. I have no clue. But what I'm saying is, from what I'm seeing, it just makes sense. What I believe and what I see is that he's going to have it where I run the world. And I'm going to have my back cave literally and everything I want. And I'm talking like sprawling everything, and I'm going to have everything. And I'm going to have all the money and all the resources. And I'm going to literally be the guy who, just like now I do the real thing, but I'm going to have the resources to do it across the entire world. It's not at a higher level. We already do it at the highest level. It's all real. Everything I've ever done is real. I'm real as it gets. It don't get no realer than me. So that's proven already. That's solidified. So we move on to the next topic and the next thing, right? And what I'm saying is, it's just going to make it where my reach is further. I'm going to be running the entire world and protecting the world and protecting different countries and people everywhere. People are going to have no choice but to acknowledge that's the real Batman. That's really Batman, just like they don't now. You see folks see me, they don't say, oh, well, he's trying to, not anymore. Out here, now that's Batman. You got parents, you got fathers, mothers, you got families saying, that's Batman, walking up to me, thank you for protecting us. That's not a thing that's fake. That's not somebody who's pretending. That's what people say because they're triggered and pressed by my purpose. And they know that my reality and the reality and their reality, our reality that we all share, is that I'm Batman. And they just don't want to accept that because they're in their skin. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Keep it real.